Welcome to the second quarterfinal. It's again a best of 5. The winner faces Happy, the loser is out. And especially when we look into the EPT points, this is very, very, very important for the Undead in the red in the upper left of Terranar stand for VortiX. But nonetheless, also super important. If he wants to stay in the top 5, if he wants to repeat his top 4 performance of summer, he needs to catch the win here. It is the Moldovan Mauler. It's Blade. And by my side is Letod. Oh, sorry.
Yes, that's me. VortiX actually has the winning record on ladder during Season 2 on WC3 Champions. He went 5-2 against Blade, so definitely found a little bit of success there. But it was ladder, you know, it doesn't mean as much as a tournament. Occasionally, you know, you got a couple ladder heroes out there. They're like, oh, beat this guy on ladder. Nobody cares. It's all about the tournament, guys. It's all about the earnings. That's what actually means something.
Exactly.
In this case, VortiX won a couple times against Blade, but this is where it's really gonna matter here. But he has some experience winning against a very strong contender here in Europe. 5-2 is not, you know, just a slightly dominant score. It's a pretty good one. And we do see the first Creep Lord coming into play here. On the other side, it's an Archmage, so not quite the Mountain King a lot of humans go for on this map. And I guess Blade is likely to creep the mercenary camp first, grab that Troll Shadow Priest, and then expands. Is my guess.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this. Blade has his very own mind when it comes to Terranar stand. He approaches this map unlike any other. Also in Night Elf versus Foggy, he played a Mountain King first one-base tower push against Foggy. So does that say it all about how crazy his builds on Terranar stand are? I think so. He starts it off with a Lightning Shield creep, takes out the rogues fairly easy, gets the Shadow Priest, uses a lot of militia, and VortiX not bothering with anything else but the natural expansion.
Yeah, we got a potion of invuln here, getting collected on the Archmage. Can be useful, you know, if you get impels surrounded, you're definitely gonna need that. Talisman of Evasion for the Creep Lord gonna be a little bit extra tankier. And yeah, from there, I fully expect Blade to expand. Then there is some harass potential on both sides if they were to buy a Staff of Teleportation.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But what can the Archmage really do? It's only right clicks and of course water elementals. You can maybe kick a building here and there, but you also gotta be careful not getting surrounded with all that stuff that's in VortiX's army. I'm very much looking forward to this match because we've seen so many crazy games with these guys. Of course, VortiX versus Happy comes to mind from the semifinals last time. Of course, Blade versus Krav comes to mind, which was another human versus Crypt Lord game in summer in the group stage. Probably the best series in the group stage last time. So when these styles collide, you're kind of guaranteed to have a cool match. And whoa, he's using an Impale for the Footman, which of course will deny the staff.
Hashtag worth. Yeah, the game on Terranar stand between Blade and Crab was in particular epic. I think, like I said, Blade is quite good against Creep Lords. But, you know, it's never been easy in those games. He always has to fight quite a bit for it. That's why sometimes they were epic as well. Starts the expansion. He went for a quick scout tower for the Arcane Tower, not underestimating the Beetles. And on the other side, VortiX is already level 3 here, thanks to that Merchant and the small green that he did next to it. I'm curious, what units is VortiX gonna go for? Because we've settled that 4 Crypt Gargoyles is not exactly supposed to be something that works against a player of the caliber of Blade. And he keeps Talisman of Evasion. Oh, never mind. He sold it probably for boots. No, not quite.
Staff? Something? Yeah, staff he got. So yeah, this is the VortiX creep route on Terranar stand. I think he was also the one coming up with it. This is so fast, this is so efficient, this is also safe, as he's always close to the expansion. And gets the entire triangle here, and what a nice reward with the Potion of Greater Mana.
Is Blade just gonna try and get a Shredder immediately? I think that's probably why he didn't buy boots, by the way, is because he saved the spot in his inventory for the item he's gonna find here, so he's planning ahead.
Nice.
But yeah, he has the right economy to get a Shredder, and there it is. Buys it. Now, even if he has to Town Portal to his Expo, you know, obviously it sucks to have to use the Town Portal, but it's worth it. Like, you have to defend effectively anyway, and then the Shredder... Like, let's do a cup half-full scenario, like the Shredder would get there quicker, but he actually only staffs the Archmage alone.
That's a little weird if you ask me. Definitely not a misclick, that was on purpose. Deals with the beetles here, but the ghouls are trying to deal with the peasants, doing quite some damage. What?
The Shredder is mining near the lab.
Okay, he's a little too late
like
to
one
the
of those
party.
interviews. When can you start? I can start
Immediately.
Right
Yesterday. These ghouls are causing quite some trouble, and I really question the decision to not TP. I mean, if you TP, okay, there's gonna be an impale. Maybe he wanted to bait that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, he was probably hoping Crippler would move back, thinking this was never going to be a staff, but VortiX didn't even care. And already having a greater mana and being this close to level 4, you can just creep a little bit in center, go again, and with Impale level 2, you're going to be seeing a lot more dead peasants. So it's very key that Blade bought this Raider, because he's really going to need it.
Yeah. Goes for a lumber mill as well.
Oh, he's just checking it. Yeah, there wouldn't be any points getting a second Shredder other than maybe taking it away, but it's kind of overkill. It's not FFA, Neo.
Okay. And it's not Neutron playing. Whoa, that's
doing the 4 crypt again.
Whoa, that's a lot of buildings indeed. The graveyard was finishing, and now quad crypt once more. This is gonna be a ton of pressure, and there's not many towers. Not at all.
It's the stuff again.
Yeah.
And VortiX didn't care again. He just stayed. He's like, alright, TP if you want. I don't even care.
Yeah, very good nerfs.
So many peasants.
I mean, if it's getting dangerous, he can pop the potion, go for an impale, TP out without much damage. But boy, oh boy, this is a slaughter.
Do you know what this does? It's preventing towers from going up.
Yeah.
And gargoyle production is about to begin here.
Yep.
That one footman scouted all the crypts on the other side. Oh my god, if he just makes 4 gargoyles by 4, that... I mean, I think Blade will never be able to get a single tower.
I agree.
If the 4 gargoyles get there before that guard tower is finished, and they should, they can get the cancel on it, and then that's it. You never get towers. So of course he has like mercenaries, but then the Creep Lord can bring ghouls along. He can get a healing scroll. He has a greater mana, so that's going to be beetles plus impales to work with. He's just going to try and break him.
This is going to be crazy good. There is some towers maybe, but it's an arcane up. 2 more coming. This will not be enough. Blade knows it, but what do you do against it?
Okay, the guard will actually finish. But with like 12 gargoyles, towers just die really quick.
Yeah, he gets upgrades as well. So it's not only that he gets the mask arcs out, they're also pretty good.
But Blade made Masonry level 1 already. It's well on the way, about to finish. And it's just gonna spam tower. If you can get to like 4 guard towers, then suddenly those gargoyles die very quick when they do fly in. The question is, does VortiX follow through with this? And I see more gargoyles queued. He's gonna go over 50 supply in a sec, so he does want to go for it. He bought 2 scrolls, healing scroll and scroll of protection.
Wow.
So he's gonna try to break through, and to do that, he's gonna synergize gargoyles with ghouls. And that's, I don't think that next guard tower will finish on time if VortiX goes there directly. So then it's only 1 guard and 1 arcane, which dies pretty quick against this much army.
2-0 is finished. This is a very, very tailor-made strategy. But if this falls flat, Blade should be ready with a lot of anti-air if he goes for like double... Oh, he's going straight to castle with double Sanctum MK. He doesn't give one S about the Gargs.
Yeah, those Gargs are going to do so much damage. They got +2 attack! And the tower is not being repaired right now. It's going to fall so fast. In the meantime, VortiX is dominating on the ground with all of those ghouls.
He doesn't even need the Gargs. He doesn't even need the Gargs. More reinforcements, towers down, and the peasants will follow. Oh, almost the surround. Could have staffed out, but again, there is almost level 4. He's trying to go for as much mercenaries as possible, but he's just steamrolling everything.
Criplord on the chase. He's already level 5. Which is super scary to have this early in a game like this. Surely he's gonna get straight onto level 6. And when there's no dispel like this, it's so worth to go for Beetles level 3. Yeah. That's exactly what VortiX did. He still saved that mana potion. I think he's about to use it here, maybe. I mean, it doesn't even feel justified against these few units. That Mount Tanking level 1, he's got a hell of a task ahead. He needs to hold on against way more units than he can handle right now.
51 supply for VortiX. Still, he lost a couple. A lot of corpses on the ground. Peasants, footmen, rifles, ghouls, obviously. But look at this. The beetles took out the entire economy. And the Archmage is not looking too healthy either. Has a big invul. Has a heal scroll. Might be getting healed here. But oh boy, this is a 400 gold shredder snipe.
Easy snipe as well. So many Gargars. Oh my god. And they have +2 attacks. So they do a ton of damage here. Rifles or not. These guys are going to fall fast. He uses the greater mana. Crippled almost level 6.
He is level 6. He is
low here.
level 6. Mass murder everywhere. Blade down to 27. Not saying that VortiX didn't lose anything. Of course he did. But with that safe expansion, he can easily replenish this. And with all the summons, he can easily kick the town hall. Oh boy.
He lost a few Gargs, but that brought him back to 50. He should almost be thanking Blade.
Yeah, true. More and more units falling. Impale, right clicks. There's still an invul on this Archmage, who's level 5 as well, so that's good leveling for the human too, but this is so big. Mountain King, surrounded, can't get out. Archmage being chased. This might be a hero double kill here. Mountain King falls, invul on the Archmage, but this is unwinnable for Blade at this point.
Look at this supply.
Yeah.
19 for Blade. He's trying to get a Paladin out here to keep his Archmage alive a little bit better.
I got a
Best Knight now finally out for VortiX. He's back at 50.
I got a question, Todd. If he goes double workshop and goes for gyros and pools them a little, can he hold this? Like tier 3 double sanctum seems a little ignorant.
Yeah, I think he can do it. Yeah, he should do that.
I don't know if it's in time, if the timing is right, but
Yeah, this is as over as it gets here. It's so strong, this kind of push, because even if there is Priest to dispel, then there's the piercing damage of Gargars that kills the Priest super fast.
yeah. Yeah, we saw it in the blink of an eye with all these volleys. Like you rush up to 12 Gargs so quickly. VortiX 1-0.
GG. VortiX with his special strat. You know, we knew it was coming. VortiX knew it was coming. Hawk, who's in chat, he probably knew it was coming as well. Only guy who didn't seem to know was Blade. Not ready. Only 2 towers at the expansion. That is never enough. Didn't protect his economy at the expo for a long time. Criplot came in with beetles over and over. Of course, it's not easy to defend against that very well. But Blade was, it seemed like, not much concerned at keeping his economy safe. And I think that must be key, right? Limit damage that you're going to take early, and then make sure you're safe against this mass flood of Gargs and Ghouls. And not only did he suffer too much in economy and didn't have enough towers, he also decided to then go tier 3. That just straight up looked like way incorrect of a response.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Throughout the entire game, there were some interesting ideas, if you ask me. Time to switch it up. Time to find solutions. Time for a little break. Back we are. VortiX taking the 1-0 lead. And now it's Concealed Hill time. Expo a little harder, but doable. Remo, once again, we want to push you as a coach for these players. What would you tell Blade to do differently now?
Open up ESL archives. Check out the VOD of what Hawk did. Do that.
What was that?
Expand. Play pretty safe. Make sure you don't lose too many peasants. Make sure you get enough towers. And then get ready to defend against a lot of Gargs and Ghouls.
Oh, actually, on Terna stand, he opened MK first and obliterated VortiX.
Yep. Clap.
Yeah, I think that was the first mistake, right? Going for Archmage. I haven't seen that in quite some time, but he still has a shot. It's just the first game. There's hopefully 4 more. Concealed Hill is map number 2. Let's see if Blade listens. We got VortiX for KPI Gaming in the upper right with a comfortable 1-0 lead. Good start, feels good. On the other side, a little bit of a feels bad being demolished on map 1 just like this. In yellow, it's Blade.
And Altar Ziggurat for VortiX. Looks like we're not going to be seeing the Crypt Lord here on Conceal Hill. Looks more like a standard build. Just reverting. I mean, he's capable of playing both styles extremely well. Like some of these players that started playing Crypt Lord because it's really strong and other players have been doing well with, they kind of get the reputation for like, oh, now he's a Crypt Lord guy, you know? He's not the same, you've changed. Well, actually, they're very capable of switching back to playing Death Knight and quite effectively as well. And it is the Death Knight indeed here.
Okay, this is interesting. No Crypt Lord here. He said it's a little harder to creep the natural, maybe not 2 bases. But this, of course, goes both ways. So if it's hard for the undead to creep the expansion, it's also hard for the human to creep the expansion. Is Blade still going for it? Do you have to go for it?
No, Blade is maybe the best player in Europe with Rifle Caster 1 base. I think against Undead, he pushed Happy to the brink a couple times. He's just so damn good at this style. He had a crazy comeback in his game against 1 as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he went for here on this map and just focused on execution a little more. Because decision making wasn't exactly what he did very well last game. Despite scouting really well, it's so weird. He just didn't respect that Gargoyle strategy enough. It's almost as if he hasn't seen the games of Hawk against VortiX. This was really weird.
Yeah, felt like it. Not respecting the strategy feels like the proper wording. He starts with the Archmage once again. He finds a Claw as well, which is always nice on VortiX. That's the same. Both creeping a little bit, and we're waiting for the text to process. This is just a little warm-up, a little treasure hunt, and of course, a rise to level 2 and hopefully 3.
VortiX gonna lose the Acolyte here. A little bit of extra experience for Blades. And yeah, we don't see the 3rd farm, so it's just gonna be a tech. A lot of the time, actually, when you want to go for that build, you'd run on the other sides. Like if you're the human, you'd run straight up to creep the Murloc camp. And you'd save that turtle camp here for just militia, but I don't know if he wanted to pretend to VortiX that maybe he was going to expand because VortiX lost his Acolytes. So he went down there. Like VortiX right now, he must be thinking, okay, what if this is an expansion? Because he sees Blade creeping down there, and usually that's what would be happening if Blade wanted to go for an expansion. But as we see, the tech already started. The Blacksmith is going to follow.
Quick rifles indeed. VortiX wasn't lazy, was creeping the little turtles with 1 ghoul and a couple of skeletons. So he has level 2, a little bit more HP regen, and an item is laying around there as well. Blade, of course, knows this. Also knows that there's nothing to pick the item up with, as there's no backpack. So speaking of treasure hunts, maybe he just picks it up now.
Touch it, my precious.
He wants to hold. Oh, VortiX kills it.
The Death Knight was so convinced that there was an oh, the Archmage is going to block off one of the ghouls. That's big, actually. Because Undead wants to only make 3 ghouls with this build, ideally, and now he's lost one of them. He's lost 33% of his wood collection.
He has to remake that immediately, so that blocks the second fiend, which slows down the creeping also a little bit.
Yeah. And now Blade is even gonna steal the turtles. Very nice read by him. Like, VortiX realized so late it wasn't an expansion. Like I said, his Acolyte died. He didn't know whether there was gonna be an expansion. And despite running very close to the human, he didn't spot him. Running to the other side of the map, galloping on that horse.
There's an extra carrot for this horse tonight. It feels like Blade's series has just now started. He's playing really well around the creeps. He's being aggressive. Gets a couple of moves out. Like on Terranas, nothing really went his way. This, just from a feeling, is already a lot better. A lot more competitive.
Yeah, but there is also the factor where like it's so hard I find to play against somebody who's as good as a certain style, like much better than pretty much anybody else. Oh my god, that fiend.
And snare. The Murlocs are on Blade's side as well. There is a couple of coils, so not easy to kill.
This Murloc's like, we're tired of seeing the undeads bully the humans. We'll help you there.
You killed my brothers on the other side. Okay, tier 2 done. Mountain King
They
second.
just went around. And snare? Oh my god. There's still 2 death coils, so it's like you almost don't even want to bother because fiends are like high hit point units. He's lowering the hit points on the Death Knight, but so is the Archmage.
Whoever retreats can't really heal at the fountain. It's nighttime for a while. So if
Tier
you...
3 started on both sides, by the way, as are both of the second heroes on the way at about the same time, but the Sanctum is earlier than the Slaughterhouse. Blade takes 2 castle with 2 rifles. This is so insane.
It's so greedy. But okay, maybe that's what you have to do. Cut all corners as much as possible. Got level 3 here, so he out-levels VortiX quite a bit. Also forcing VortiX into a potion, plus the ghoul. These are some expenses that VortiX really don't want to do at that stage of the game.
Yeah, that's the creeping's better for Blade as well right now because he's gonna creep that lab immediately, and that's it. Mountain King is gonna enter the game on level 2 and with a big consumable here from that camp. And then after that, he very easily could go towards the center. Oh, he gets Scroll of the Beast. Nice. When there are destroyers later on, it's not good, but before that, or sometimes you can even kill the destroyers, then use that. It can be good.
Yeah, for rifles and water elementals, it's amazing. So
we've seen them with Inner Fire. Imagine them with Inner Fire and Scroll of the Beast. I think Remo's head might explode.
He would just faint from love. Ooh, Red Camp pull. This dangerous Blade. VortiX knows exactly what's happening.
Yeah, and it's not tucked in a corner well enough where he could have just targeted it and hoped that VortiX wouldn't be able to get it. Ooh, Shockwave actually hits a lot of the undead units. One priest on the retreat, gonna be sniped. Goes straight for the Death Knight. He's trying to make him pull back, and he's gonna be able to maybe... Mountain King doesn't have mana for Stonebolts.
Close a couple of seconds. If he follows him, this might just be the end. Oh, coil. Balls of Steel. Can he get that fiend in the end? No.
Oh my god, this guy is the rifle! No!
Priest heal as fast as they can. Call the ambulance. It's there in time. What a lifesaver.
And now Lich has Orb, but that Death Knight...
He's not looking good.
He's in a wheelchair.
he's a little pale around the nose, if you ask me.
He's beat up as hell.
Can he get the red spot?
To secure the Ogre again.
Okay, but VortiX is respecting Blade now a lot more than before, stepping back, not contesting the red spot, goes for the lab, gearing up, wants destroyers. Upgrade is not done, not even started yet. Blade's like, finally go down. There we go. Warsong Battle Drums.
Oh my god. One of the best. Increases the damage of his units by 10%, so those rifles, we knew they were scary with Inner Fire. Imagine them with Inner Fire, Scroll of the Beast, and Warzone. I think Remo might just disintegrate on the spot.
I don't know if the UI fits the amount of damage that the rifleman will have. Need to build them a custom UI or something.
It's really cool to see some things like creeping still improving. Like, see the Death Knight of VortiX is putting the orb on this. making it even easier to creep the Drake, which was pulled out of range of the fountain as well.
Yeah, this is as effective as it gets, probably. Would love to see the item, but can't click it yet. Troll, go away. Boots of Kel'Thalas. Well, for the Dark Ranger, maybe, right? We have triple hero already on Blade's side. Invo potion on the Mountain King as well. This game looks very good so far. We don't have any breakers. It's just Rifle Caster, Inner Fire Rifles. Remo's drooling on the bench.
Poggers.
There's a coil. He's just gonna let it die. I think he realized there could be like a bash or a second Stormbolt and that would die eventually anyway. Temple of the Dam here from VortiX. So he's taking the happy approach to try and go for Banshees and Anti-Magic Shell here to face this human Tri-Hero.
Okay, if you don't face any Stormbolts and Holy Lights, that's definitely good. But I wonder if this is enough. Like, the push looks quite scary. An Anti-Magic Shell is a depth upgrade, so it still needs some time while Master is finishing any... Oh, okay, it's halfway through.
And both players know exactly what camps are left on the map, which is the Expo at the bottom right, the Expo top left, and the fountain on the left. So one of the best things that Blade can do is try and secure the other fountain. And VortiX gives it up. He realized he's not going to be combat ready if he was to go there now. So he's like, all right, you take this. I'm going to steal your Expo crypts. And then because when you go for this build, you can't go for Arcane Tower Hill, he's probably going to go for the main base and start killing a ton of peasants. Because even if Blade's town portals pretty quickly, there's always going to be a lot of peasants dying before the town portal goes through. So then that's extra experience that he gains. And he forces peasants to be remade. So it's like a big win. Even though, let's say he trades TP for like 4 peasants, still worth. And it could be more.
Lionhorn of Stormwind, little... Oh, no, he went for Divine Shield, so that should be good. Gets it here. And VortiX is doing exactly what you say. As if you're here for knowledge and stuff.
And the problem of Blade is that he would love to steal the expansion creep at the top after he did this fountain, but now he has no choice. He has to town portal. Otherwise, he would lose too much here.
Oh,
Is VortiX gonna try to run? Ooh, that's a little greedy. Yeah, because humans supposed to TP up there in anticipation of that. I think VortiX should have just TP'd maybe. It's not supposed to be a good fight for him, but he's gonna try to take a few units out before getting out here.
The Holy Light was good, though. So only one priest dying on the other side for VortiX also. Not too many casualties. Abomination's coming now. First Banshee is already parked far in the back. Has a depth upgrade.
Yeah, he actually has time to maybe... took a little bit of time. He just kind of sat still. I was going to say maybe has time to go up there and prevent that from being crept by VortiX. You know, it's always extra gold, experience, and an item. That Paladin, that's so funny, because you see the Devotion on him, but he actually skilled Divine Shields.
Yeah.
Devotion that he has is the one he found. Gets level 3 from a skeleton.
That's big levels for Blade. Close to 4 as well on the Archmage. We all know that that would be Brilliance Aura level 2. Checks it. Okay. Item is gone. Not worth it. Is he pushing into an undead base?
I hope not. There's no Disease Cloud yet. Oh, it's only now on the way. VortiX actually with a delayed extra Ziggurat here. He's stuck on 50 for a while.
Now it's finished.
Late. Oh my god. Okay, he needs destroyers here.
Scroll of the Beast plus 10 damage. Okay, dispelled immediately. But not all of them. Still decent mana. Blade so aggressive. Is that really necessary? Gyros are coming in. Good anti-air, of course. The destroyer is just gone. But the right clicks on the rifleman, they are very, very good. They will fall if Blade is not careful.
He might have noticed there was no Disease Cloud and a ton of Aboms yet, so he's like, okay, that's a good timing to go for it. But now VortiX on the chase. He should go for the Spriss. I don't know why he's being so stubborn towards the MK. There is an invuln just on time here.
That was close, man. Silence on the Paladin as well. But the Dark Ranger, Coil 2, oh my. So similar spells, but there was no Holy Light for the Mountain King. The damage, the Disabler is gone. Blade, what a mistake. Never push into an undead base.
Yeah, it's a mistake he's done in the past against Happy, and apparently here he got a little bit overeager for just a second. Still has a healing scroll on the Archmage, but VortiX is on the chase. That Unholy Aura level 2.
Uh-oh. Archmage's got a TP soon. Another Holy Light. He really doesn't want to give up on that scroll. What's the mental to counter the Banshee that is blocking the Archmage? But now he should be fine then. He continues to fight?
Yeah, he turns around. This is kind of weird because Mountain King came back with 0 mana. It's taking a long time to replenish. Palace still has a few more Holy Lights, but the Archmage, she's gonna go down in 1 second. And just like that, the rest of the heroes are gonna be left stranded in the center of the map. VortiX still on the chase. Unholy Aura level 2. Does not forgive here. He can chase very easily and maybe try and get one more of these heroes.
This looks like a big throw. And VortiX just like that, with a push into the Undead base, Blade gifts him the 2-0 and 3 match points in a row.
What's up with Blade today? This is not exactly the summer shape Blade. Goes down 2-0 here. On the first map, not respecting the strategy nearly enough. On the second map, good early game, good mid game, good creeping. And then a lot of mistakes. Pushing into the Undead base, not the right call. If you have a really big army, like 60 supply, maybe 70, then perhaps. But not if you're in an even game, when your opponent is getting Disease Cloud and Banshees coming out. And then also not having the Holy Light in time for the MK. It was off cooldown. He could have used it, but he doesn't. And the AM kill in the end, well, I guess at that point the game was already over. Blade looking off today.
Yeah, VortiX seemingly making not many mistakes in this series, and Blade does on multiple levels, controls, decision-making strategy. But we all wanted reverse sweep, don't we? Blade, don't give up on yourself. Give us a show. We're back in 3 minutes with either the decision or the catching up. We're back, everyone. Blade has to win 3 maps in a row to stay in this tournament, to repeat his top 4 performance. VortiX seems to have the time of his life here. Map number 1. overwhelming Garg play. Map number 2, Blade with a timing that wasn't absolutely perfect. Of course, he wasn't a timer there. But yeah, the items were good. Maybe late game could have been his in the end. But okay, who are we to judge? We go on to map 3, that's Last Refuge.
And the other question is, what are we going to be seeing? This map is pretty damn good for one-base rifle play, like we just saw, by the way. Tons of creep camps to go around. Pally and MK can level very well, especially the MK with the yellows outside the main. Lots of items to be found. Rifles creep it well. Goes for the undead late game as well. But that's only possible if it's no Crypt Lord fast expo. Is that what VortiX is doing? Or is he going to go for another standard opening?
VortiX wins this, by the way. That is an Undead Mirror semi-final again. Confirming an Undead in the final again. And we could get an all-Undead semi-final, by the way. Speaking of Undead over performance and stuff. Anyway, there's still a chance for Blade to turn this around. We've seen this multiple times in the Warcraft scene in the past. Is he willing to? Is he able to? Last Refuge decides this. All right, Toddy. What can save Blade here?
Better play overall, I guess. If VortiX was to win, by the way, we'd get a rematch of him against Happy, also in the semifinals, because that's where he lost to Happy during DreamHack Summer. It was a 1-3 score.
Exactly, that legendary game on Echo Isles. Oh boy, was that a slaughter. I have no idea how Happy turned that around. If they recreate that, I'm happy that we get an Undead Mirror. Between these two, I wouldn't mind.
It's for Blade to try and prevent that. But so far, not being that successful. You know, like last game, that timing, you know, it does feel like there is some incentive to try and hit a timing before Undead gets to anti-magic shell their entire army, before they have Disease Cloud. Sometimes you're hoping they might have skipped on the Destroyer form upgrade, in which case that's the only moment in that game where Scroll of the Beast is going to be useful. But VortiX set up defensively pretty well, had a better rhythm with his Hero Nuke than Blade did with the Holy Light defense, and was able to kill the Mountain King. And then from there, it's just an almost unrecoverable position for Blades. Remember, he was actually already in trouble when he played against one on Conceal Hill. It was just a great comeback after that somehow with Hero Target.
Yeah, also one throwing a little bit. But alright, we got again an Archmage against the Crypt Lord, just like we had on Terrana's stand. And where do we go from here? We have a Sacrificial Skull, so the direction seems to be the left-hand side. Is it gonna be Gargs again?
It seems to be the theme of VortiX. He just wants to go for Crypt Gargs. I'm not sure what it is about that. Like, I don't think this is necessarily the best build, but he executes it so well. I guess maybe it depends on how much damage he's able. Like, one extra Crypt is not necessarily the most massive investment. So maybe it's about how much damage he's able to do at the Human Expo. And then if he's able to prevent the towers, then he's like, alright, I can just finish him with more guards.
Okay. Creeping starts, Gloves of Haste. Alrighty, ghouls are coming. Let's go. Blade takes out the Murlocs first. It's kind of the new norm, right?
Yeah, he does that super well, but usually you can just run past and ignore it. In this case, some of the units took a bit of damage, but as you see, not the end of the world. Still gonna be a somewhat easy creep for VortiX at the Expo. And in the meantime, we are securing the Mer camp here from Blade. You always need those Shadow Priests against the Crypt Lords.
So Blade confirms this in the north. Oh damn, expansion again. Need to do something about it. Very late expansion for Blade. Goes green Mercenary Expo. But good damage. Robe of the Magi, level 3 confirmed as well. Plus access to this Mercenary camp, which can be very important. Actually, VortiX in a different order, but he's doing the same.
Yeah, the Footman actually was killed here. A little bit sloppy. You don't want to give any bit of experience to your opponent when you're playing this kind of game. It could really end up mattering a lot. And Blade, it seems like Even though his expo is going to be delayed because he can force it, he can kind of catch back up on that timing. Archmage going to start the game level 3.3, so pretty good experience. Blade getting the Robe of Magi and Claws here is really nice for extra damage. We see the Archmage with plus 14 already, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of fun against Ghouls and Beetles. Especially with the Berserker on top of things. Replenishment potion for a little bit of mana, not the greatest. We have a run by VortiX. We've seen this from 1-0 also. And from Infi today especially. These run-bys can be very deadly, but Blade is aware.
He actually bought the Troll Berserker. Oh, ghouls are coming in from behind. VortiX is loading up for a giant impale here, maybe on those mercenaries. It's kind of uncommon to buy the Troll Berserker because he dies pretty quick against this and then he feeds a lot of experience.
Blade is rushing towards the mercenary camp, wants to get away. VortiX splitting a lot. There was a nice impale, mostly on the workers, preventing the town hall for a little bit. Arcane Tower is doing a good job. Right-click attack here, no footman blocking, so kind of easy to attack the peasants here for VortiX.
It's a really good position for Blade to pull back like this. The Arcane Tower burns so much mana, helped against the Beetles as well, and then now he's level 4 against slightly over level 3 Crypt Lords. So he can take map control, he can start creeping big camps, ideally the merchants. Oh, there's 2 peasants on strike in Blade's main base. You need that wood.
Ooh, unfortunate.
Oh, this is really bad, actually. This is so much wood that he needs right now. He misclicked the town hall on one of his peasants.
Yeah.
So those peasants, they're in follow on that peasant, and they're not even mining.
He will feel that soon. Oh my. Keeps on happening here. We don't see too many crypts yet. It's just one at this point, right?
That comes later because you only start producing gargoyles when you reach tier 2 anyway. So you'd start the crypts usually when tier 2 is halfway through done or about.
Against the graveyard. Maybe that can be important. Ghouls, a lot of ghouls are hurt. Gotta be careful about an impale surround, but it is still the TP. The disable isn't too long yet. So maybe time for Blade to do some damage.
Okay, Blade is doing super well actually. Thanks to Archmage 4 and his items, that plus 14 damage.
So sick.
He's doing so much. Oh my god, the Crypt Lord is low and tier 2 is not that close to finishing as well, so he can't even buy potions here to help him survive. And he cancelled I guess the graveyard is being made in the expansion, so there's no possibility for a Spirit Tower.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Is Blade just winning with his attack? What the hell?
Okay, maybe we have to never fight in an undead base. Maybe we have to take that back. Crypt Lord, 16 HP. Definitely out of the fight. Footman chasing. He turns around. And bye-bye.
Oh, the Crypt Lord died from 2 foots? Oh my god.
Okay. I would say Blade is back.
Yeah, now finally playing way better against the Crypt Lord. Goes for the Mercs early. So important to play up against the Crypt Lord, so this first attack of ghouls and skeletons isn't too painful. He holds there massively at his expansion and then can abuse the possible strength of Crypt Lord. If the Crypt Lord runs out of mana and suddenly it's only a handful of ghouls up against a lot of footies and mercenaries and level 4 AM with some decent items, that is when the human can take control. Finally, Blade has woken up and is showing us a really good game.
All right, we have a series. Next one will be Echo Isles. That is going to be VortiX's pick then. Still match points, of course, but must feel good to have such a dominant game when everything is working. Early game, creep route, item drops, control. That was nice.
Yeah, that counter attack with level 4 was insane. He had so many mercenaries, they had so much mana thanks to Brilliance level 2.
And the Berserker wasn't killed. It all made sense in the end, and it all lined up nicely. An 8-hour day here. We're not going into a break this time. I think the game was too short. An 8-hour day continues. Could be over any map. Tomorrow we have, of course, 2 more quarterfinals in Van versus Hawk and X-Lord versus Krav.
And we have the winner matches in DreamHack Asia.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
Lolite Infi? Anyone? That's gonna be good. 1-2-0 versus Lin. Oh, yeah.
All right, game is up. Echo Isles hosted I hope Blade realizes how important the Merc camp is. I think he certainly does. It was quite the unusual creep route, right? Going from green, not into expansion, but then slowing down the expansion a little bit more to fit that mercenary camp. And it's so damn important against the Crypt Lord to make sure you don't get overwhelmed. With that and a fast level 4 AM, the tempo can swing in the human's favor. And now it's up to VortiX, perhaps, to adjust a little bit. And yeah, VortiX came to feel that if he throws too much into an attack like that, runs out of mana, then suddenly he can be in trouble in the early game.
All right, we are ready. All casters are in. Players are giving us the go. Echo Isles it is. Is this the map where VortiX knocks him out, or will we go full distance and see another crazy rise? It's our...
Come on, Blade, we want to see 5 maps.
Exactly. It feels like it's a little bit in Blade's hands here, and not really in VortiX's. So how good can Blade be on map number 4? Okay, it's his map. It's his map choice. That should give him the edge, shouldn't it? Altar and Crypt once again. So if this is no Crypt Lord, I would be very surprised. On the other hand, Blade. Is there a surprise? Is there a Mountain King?
Imagine if you would throw in a Dreadlord now. And it would fall flat on its face.
With what? Like, just ghouls? Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dreadlord Expo.
Dreadlord Expo still going for Gargs though?
No, I think usually when people do that, they play like mostly with mass ghouls, or you can play standard with Aboms, so you can play necromancers. But usually Gargs is like one of the last choices almost. But I guess Krav would be the guy.
Krav, absolutely. Archmage it is. Blade seemingly not the greatest fan of the dwarf in this matchup, despite the clap. And it is, of course, the Crypt Lord. VortiX still loves him very, 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 very much. Where do we go? Of course, expansion. This should be, again, a tame opening.
Maybe a similar execution by Blades, and then hoping that VortiX will do the same attack, because he was really that attack by VortiX that put Blade ahead. He didn't kill, like, he killed one peasant, I think. Like, when have you ever seen an undead attacking a human and kill only one peasant on an expo? It's like almost never happened. Usually it's always way more. So the defense was really sick. The Troll Berserker was part of that. That quick Arcane Tower helped a lot. And it feels like Blade, he finally had something go his way in this series, and he definitely capitalized behind this with the timing.
Yeah, it feels like Blade is getting better and better every map. Like, Terra Stand, I really didn't like. On Concealed Hill, I very much liked the early game. And on Last Refuge, I liked pretty much everything. So, if the pattern continues, if the momentum continues, we will have our 5-mapper for the semi-final. But let's see. It's in his hands, of course. If he doesn't make mistakes, he definitely has a shot. Oh, he pulls the Murlocs. Nice. So one ghoul getting attacked, and it's not part of the instant creeping.
Sick. It's actually really well done. Only 2 ghouls instead of 3 at the expo. VortiX didn't sell Town Portal, but he did sell his altar. So he's gonna have to make sure he doesn't lose the Crypt Lord. And we had a ring from Blade. Yeah, not gonna have that plus 14 Archmage, which helped him so much last game. It was a one-time thing, Blade. Don't take it for granted. That never happen again.
There's more claw spots. I don't know if you saw Van's plus 41 Lich yesterday in the Meisterschaft. That was crazy on this map.
He needs something good for sure at the Renegade Wizard. If he gets a second ring, ooh, that would not feel good.
Well,
that ring is okay.
It's a second ring, but not the protection one, of course, Regen. Blade still puts some damage in. He knows exactly what's up. He knows the inventory. He knows that the Murlocs are being crept. So there should be a lot of beetles. Is this an immediate push then against the expansion?
Did he surround that footman? Oh my god.
Oh, with the help of the Ziggurat. Sweet.
That is sick. Actually, yeah, Crypt Lords, any bit of experience helps here. And that beetle on the expo of Blade now tells VortiX that he has time to do the Merc camp. He might even buy the mercenaries. Imagine if now he saves mana for Beetles level 2. buys Mercenaries and then does a push on Blade's Expo this time with Mercenaries himself.
Would be pretty sick indeed. If he gets rid of the water elementals, what's left really? Parry up, not the dream item for VortiX. On the other side, we do have the first claw, so pretty balanced inventory for Blade, I would say.
Yeah. And Graveyard on the Expo this time. That means he can mine with ghouls over there. And also morph Spirit Tower if he needs it, unlike last game where the Graveyard was killed during the attack of Blade and no Spirit Tower could start to help out against this giant push that was in his base.
Also 3 corpses in the possible defense that he might need. But the 2 players are just caring about themselves, very egoistic, very PvE style. Wants to have the level 4 Archmage again, which makes a lot of sense with the Shadow Priest. And here comes VortiX contesting this.
Maybe it's Raid Night. They're doing the red bosses.
Who's gonna get the last hit? Level 4 for both, pretty important. I think it went to Blade again.
I think that was VortiX, the last one. But Blade's very close to 4. Beetles in the main. Blade's not realizing. Okay, there it is. But I mean, 4 Beetles level 2.
Oh, and again, he's so greedy and didn't go for a tower. That happens way too often to him.
Yeah, it's hard to have the wood for everything, so sometimes you're trying to cut a corner here and there. I
Yeah.
didn't see VortiX maybe scouted this, and that's why he went for it. I think that's pretty likely. And he's even gonna burrow.
Oh, these are losses that
Enjoy
you
it for a few more weeks, VortiX.
can't really afford. Necropolis, Ziggurat, once again, no quad crypt. He's going into Fiends already. Damage is done. Consolidating a little bit, but that's why you usually don't go for a Berserker, because he gets surrounded and killed.
Yeah, it gives a lot of experience. Crypt Lord almost level 4 now. He unburrows the Beetle in the main. Oh my god, 2 of those peasants are solo. He could send follow-up. Oh, the Archmage?
What?
That's gonna be a town portal.
That was such an invite to the surround. Still trying to fight out, but I don't think he can do it. If an Impale... What? Okay, mana was low. I confused the two.
It's kind of risky to lose this much hit points, even though he has a ring. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
Don't tell me he's trapped. He's trying to get out.
Oh boy. He has no shop here. What's he supposed to do?
He has the ring, so like he replenishes actually hit points really fast. I think as long as he stands there and defends, he's okay. Oh, did you see that? The Crypt Lord was about to summon Beetles in the peasant line, but the Arcane Tower drained its mana just before it could.
Okay. Stressful game for both of them. Okay, you're right. Ring is a good item. Tech at 1/3, I guess. Altar rebuild will be finished. More Fiends and still no second crypt. I'm confused. Usually with an Undead Expo, you always go at least for a second crypt.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be there eventually. It seems like in this game, VortiX is really worried about the Archmage level 4 because of what happened last game, so you prioritize making a Spirit Tower into the Expo way earlier here. And he's already getting the +1 range upgrade here, but yeah. I guess he doesn't have much wood as well, right? Despite having a lot of ghouls in the main base, he manually sent that to the main to take the tier 3 a little bit quicker, and he's gonna stay on 50 maybe for a while.
True that. 700 gold, nothing really on lumber.
Oh, the shop wasn't done in the Expo, and he didn't go by the main base, so he actually couldn't pick up mana potions. I guess technically that's the Death Knight's job when he comes out, but that's gonna be a while. He's only halfway through done. And now VortiX is having to fight in the center already to try and contest that Magi.
Archmage 4.3. Big heal potion, always nice. End snare thrown, and boom, Fiend gone. The surrounds for Blade are nice, of course, a little bit of invites here. But the Footmen are doing a good job. They're trading well.
Yeah, that Fiend Snipe was huge. Crypt Lord still completely out of mana. Slaughterhouse being made in the main base. It's so weird. Look at the main base of VortiX. He made the graveyard in the Expo, but he's mining with woods. The wood in the main base with many ghouls. They're
Yeah.
coming from so far away.
They force a TP. Oh, another surround by Blade. Wow. The diamond around the Fiend, getting another kill. Now the DK is here, keeping the Crypt Lord safe. Also
Double mana
losing...
pushing.
Yeah. There's a couple of coils. That should be transferring one. These trades are great if he's not getting the Archmage. Walks into it again.
Okay, this Archmage is never gonna die in any case. Oh, he has greater healing. He should have time. Oh, oh my god. That should have never died, but Impel lasts so long on level 2 already. He didn't use the invuln, and he couldn't use... I'm 100% sure he was spamming greater healing or invuln right here. He got so confident from having these items. Greater healing, invuln, ring of regeneration is like... He was thinking like me, that hero just can never die. Then he gets surrounded, Impel at the perfect time, Death Coil, and the Mount Tanking is gonna follow.
So close, hugging the trees.
That is so fortunate. If the mana potion was on the Creep Lord here, there would have been an Impel and that Mount Tanking would have died as well.
Oh man, but that was so much experience for VortiX. It looked kind of good for Blade once again. It was many Fiend kills here in the mid game. And then he invites him back into the game with that Archmage kill. I don't think he needs to get surrounded there twice. It was, of course, a little greedy. Claws on the ground? Okay, there we go. Needs the slot, I guess. VortiX is rising up in levels. Close to 5-2. Okay, what can the little dwarf...
engagement. Cripple's almost 5.
Has a mana potion now. Stormbolt right-clicks. Archmage is a little bit of a damage dealer here, while he's still trying to transition to tier 3. He's almost there, actually. So if he weathers the storm now, he has a pretty good shot of taking this. Is it going to be tier 3 versus tier 3?
See, what did he go for?
Got a workshop.
Okay, he went for Beetles level 3. And yeah, Fiends already have +2 attack. We got Destroy Form being researched right now. VortiX on 59 supply is getting the Lich, which is going to rejoin the rest of his army with Orb in a second. And on the other side, double Sanctum production, Knight production. I guess Blade will be adding Flank Machines, but he's trailing behind in supply. He's breaking upkeep later, but he doesn't even have the bank to show for it. And that's mostly because he had to remake a very expensive Archmage here that he lost.
This is a pretty big push. 61 supplies pulling all the ghouls. Frenzy is finished. Destroyer upgrade will be finished. Lich is out. Orb is ready. If Blade holds here, then it's kind of good. But this is going to be rough. 58 supply. Knights are coming. Upgrades everywhere. Dispel upgrade coming as well. No control magic yet. But everyone is investing everything.
Either to stuff. Oh, he still hasn't bought stuff.
Ooh, the knight is gone. Lots of donations from Blade.
And there's no Dispel yet. It's in the right Sanctum, and it's not even halfway through done. Death Note is somewhere in the world screaming at the top of his lungs right now. Those Beetles have to go. Mount Tanking almost fully surrounded. Blade still hasn't bought staff for some reason. He's got the gold. He needs to send militia from the mid. The Paladin is trapped in the main base.
Oh no, another mistake by Blade. This is not the Summer Blade. As you can see, the peasants try to deal with it. But of course, this is Holy Light missing everywhere. And in the meantime, VortiX not making many mistakes. He's just eating the workers. And Lumber is kind of low. He's surrounding the breakers. Blade is just losing one unit after the next. Gyros not in this fight as well, as there are no destroyers anymore. Okay, gets rid of the peasants now. Clap of the peasants, of the beetles. Clap helps as well, but is that enough?
But Elemental is going to work. Blade still hasn't bought Orb either. Can he stuff on time? Greater Healing was used just before.
Mountain King. There's the staff. Finally, Paladin has arrived as well, but level 3 Water Elementals, they are so strong. 50 average damage, mind you. Who can last longer? DK in trouble. Does he have something to heal himself? Doesn't look like it. Holy Light. Oh, level up. That was a save indeed. Can he get out? The Paladin is just waiting for the next Holy Light. Doesn't even eat it. As he kills him. Archmage next on the list. There's not much mana. Invo Potion. He's surrounded. Archmage blocking. Archmage, yeah.
Is he holding?
Blocks the way out. He's holding, dude. VortiX losing more and more unit. Blade almost evening out the supply with the Paladin. The Paladin impale. Oh no!
Staff on 4 seconds cooldown more, and the Paladin's gonna go down. Now the Knight's still going to work. Finally morphing a single destroyer here. There is a single flying machine behind this Archmage. Not gonna be that much to help out against this Knight. Taking so much damage. Mount Tanking is almost back in the fight. He's running from inside of the main base. Blade really trying to stay in this. Stuffs! A single knight just on time. The destroyer is still going strong. One of them has so much mana, over 300.
These destroyers have had enough of these water elemental. Dispel, dealing with the gyrocopters as well. VortiX all of a sudden powering up to 73 supply. Just a minute ago it looked like Blade could be holding here, but I think that's over now. He's about to lose 8 supply here. Blade still on the chase. Gotta be careful. No TP, no potion on his units. And VortiX still pushing forward, but with what's even left?
Oh my god, he forgot a knight behind the mercenary camp. It's like hidden by the top of that building. Nerf the roof of the mer camp.
Make it invisible. Make it a glass house.
Dude, that knight's never gonna move as well. He's never gonna notice. I think just go for the Lich maybe and try and force a town portal. That might be the best choice here. Mountain King's level 2. Archmage never got orb, by the way. And he's gonna force the town portal. Oh my god.
Gets a destroyer as well during the TP. And he does, in fact, actually hold this.
Wow. I thought he was so dead. Now the question is, does he realize that there's a knight behind the mer camp? Because if you look from slightly under the mer camp, you can't even see that knight.
That's true. I think it was one... When was it? When he forgot the destroyer or something in the bottom left? Happens. Okay, Blade is still alive. This series is still running. Archmage is level 5.6. He's a little over-leveled if you ask me. Yeah, moves him away now to get the Gargantuan Sea Turtle. Finally, level 3 Mountain King would be a dream. Level 6 Crypt Lord again. 14 XP away.
Whoa, he pulls back the pal after getting level 2. So he's trying to get Mountain King level 3 here from this. There's still another Murloc camp left. Slightly above this. Now that we have this many breakers, Beetle's not really going to be useful, but I guess there's going to be a lot of impels coming down from VortiX, who's 1 pixel away from level 6.
Yeah. DK level 3, Lich level 3, good inventory obviously. Scouting and harassing again with the Beetles.
Oh god, VortiX was on 81, now he's on... Okay, he just cancelled. He went to 81, then 85, then cancelled one bomb. And maybe it was one Fiend. He has so many statues, by the way. When you have 4 statues like this, it means you want to morph more destroyers, which... Against these few flying machines... And there's 7 of them.
Oh, VortiX, your
useful.
army is a little bit blocked here. That's a freebie. Maybe 2 if he gets surrounded the A-bomb.
Oh, the Crippler is completely out of position. He's taking forever to get in position to impale here.
Oh, in this
Lich
little
at the front, this is not what you want.
There's also the Orb of Fire. Finally, 1 destroyer in. That impale didn't do too much. The 2 heroes gone okay. Disease Cloud spread though. And Blade pulls away.
He's gonna get impaled. He's about to get impaled. The Pala is gonna be in danger.
There's no items.
Shield can be used. He already used the staff, so he doesn't have that to save his Pala.
Level 6 now. Is it the old? No, it's Impale 3. At this
the big
point,
problem for Blade is that his wood economy was completely wrecked here because he lost so many peasants during the attack. So he barely has enough food to really make everything that he wants to be getting right now.
70 supply and a big red Congo line.
You know what? Blade actually has more gold in his expo because he expanded slower. And also he wasn't mining for a while.
That's
so this is a bit
gold.
of a camping game here that I think we're going to see from him from there.
That's
but Disease Cloud did so much damage already to his army before the fight even restarts.
500 gold more, you're absolutely right. Mountain King 3, Paladin 2. So we see Divine Shield, we see Stormbolt 2, I guess? Yes. Clap 1. This is a huge concave of fiends with 3-1 by Sanctum.
And Crypt Lord went Impale level 3, by the way. It's like, I don't need that ultimate. What I need is Impale level 3. Yes, I can't hit the breakers, but I'm gonna hit everything else, including your heroes, and I'm gonna disable everything for a long time and let those fiends do their job.
Oh, going for the DK. A little bit of a Hail Mary play. This Impale didn't hit too much. DK down to 50%, has the TP, but nothing else. Web everywhere, but still, he gets the Destroyer, and that's everything he wanted from these gyros. Mountain King a little bit in trouble, 50%, but Holy Light was ready, or a potion, I guess. Stormbolt on the DK. He really wants this DK. Where's the Holy Light? Here it comes! But the TP is in time. That push hit a roadblock.
You know, the fact that the Death Knight was the one with the Town Portal, if he had actually killed that, I think the Lich follows immediately after.
Yeah.
because the Lich is always the next one to go. Like without Death Coil, the Lich just melts. And Blade would have had like a real shot at actually getting ahead for the first time in this game here in one of those big fights. But now, as things stands, VortiX is on 80 supply. He can just keep working on his upgrades. He just got 3-2. And he can just get a ton of items. Ideally, you want to get the invulns here. Super important. We saw those heroes getting targeted on both sides.
Shop control. Exactly. There's the invuln, there's the heal scroll. Super against Nova and Impale, of course. Gyros were scouting out the main to see if there's a transition of some sorts. But there isn't. No Banshees this time.
Double period on the Death Knight.
Okay, yeah, he's a little more tanky now. Abominations again added, and Blade really has this issue of having not enough lumber. The resources are so imbalanced.
Yeah, VortiX playing it safe and getting another temple here, super important. It's better to TP out with a hero like from level 3 than having it die. You don't want to have to remake those guys. It's so hard for Blade to fight effectively because breakers are so bad against Sabom, so he has to go against on heroes with those. Even the knights are attacking the heroes here. Not even putting those on the fiends.
Last second Holy Light, that was real close. He has the invul running for him, but he needs a potion. He needs a potion bad, otherwise he's gonna die. Impale on the Archmage needs the staff out soon, but he's on the prowl. Okay, there was a potion or something on him. He could have lost the game right there.
Yeah, that Pala actually might melt in 1 second. The Archmage could get targeted as well. He has no town portal. He's going to the Archmage. Impale, all the fiends start getting him. Where's the Holy Light?
Coming,
He's
coming.
still running for the Death Knight.
Oh,
he's in the middle of the entire army. Oh my god.
Not good, not good.
He has a mana potion.
Pally is there.
And he's the
Impale
one with the stuff.
hits him again. Here's the Lich. Here's the DK. Whoa, another Holy Light. Last second save.
Both of the Invul are on the Mountain King for some reason.
Uh-oh, he needs one soon. Oh no!
The player's forces are under attack.
You scared me.
VortiX in the top 4. Both invuls are on the Mountain King, yet he dies. That is an Undead Mirror semi